Alex used to chase the mirage. Like so many, he believed financial success was a display, a collection of gleaming trophies paraded for the world to see. His new car, still carrying that fresh leather scent, whispered promises of prosperity. The bespoke suit, the annual lavish vacation photos, they were all carefully curated signals, designed to prove something to himself and to everyone else. He wasn't rich, not yet, but he was doing well, or so he thought. Inside, a quieter truth gnawed at him. That car payment felt heavier each month. The credit card statement, once a minor annoyance, had grown into a looming shadow. A sudden repair bill, an unexpected medical expense, even a friend's last-minute wedding invitation, sent a jolt of anxiety through him. He was a high-wire performer, balancing on a thread of present income with no net below. Every dollar earned had a destination already assigned, often to yesterday's desires. His perceived success was a treadmill, requiring constant, frantic motion just to stay in place. He wasn't building wealth, he was cycling through it, buying fleeting comfort with tomorrow's peace of mind. He was caught in the trap of looking rich instead of being rich. And the difference, he'd soon learn, was everything. The fundamental deception at the heart of most financial struggles isn't a lack of income. It's a profound misunderstanding of what wealth truly is. We confuse the appearance of money with the substance of financial well-being. The real reason people like Alex fail to achieve lasting financial security isn't that they don't earn enough, but that they define prosperity by what they spend rather than by what they keep and grow. We're conditioned to equate a high salary with financial success, but a high salary with high spending leads only to a luxurious hamster wheel. The root cause of financial fragility isn't typically income deficiency, but rather an absence of financial resilience and intentionality. As Thomas Stanley and William Danko brilliantly detailed in The Millionaire Next Door, true wealth often hides behind an unassuming exterior. It's built not on flash, but on consistent, disciplined habits of saving, investing, and living below your means. People aren't failing because they're not making enough. They're failing because they're not keeping enough. Often because they haven't learned to separate their identity from their possessions. They mistake liquidity for stability and convenience for control. The failure isn't in the earning, it's in the absence of a robust financial structure designed to weather any storm and capture every opportunity. As billionaire investor Warren Buffett famously advises, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. It's a simple shift in mindset, yet profoundly impactful. True wealth isn't about accumulating things, it's about accumulating freedom. Naval Ravikant, a modern philosopher of wealth, echoes this, saying, "Earn with your mind, not your time." It points to building systems and assets that generate income independently of your direct hourly labor. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, centuries ago, reminded us that it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. These aren't just clever sayings, they are foundational truths. They strip away the illusions and reveal the bedrock upon which real, enduring financial strength is built. They tell us that the journey isn't about reaching an arbitrary income figure, but about cultivating a state of quiet, unshakable financial power. So how do you know if you've truly started down that path? What are the unmistakable signals that you're not just earning, but genuinely doing well financially? These aren't about flashy cars or designer labels. They're about the quiet strength that underpins your life. The first sign you're doing well financially is that you have a fully stocked emergency fund. This isn't just a few $100s tucked away. It's 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses, sometimes even more, sitting in an easily accessible, high-yield savings account. It's a financial buffer, a fortress against the unexpected. If your car breaks down, your roof springs a leak, or you face a sudden job loss, this fund is your first responder. It prevents you from sinking into high-interest debt or derailing your long-term plans. Someone doing well doesn't sweat an unexpected expense because they've already planned for the unplanned. They sleep soundly, knowing their immediate future is protected. They've recognized that true wealth is resilient. The second sign is that you're consistently investing for the long term. This means you're not just saving, you're putting your money to work, allowing compounding to do its magic. You're regularly contributing to your retirement accounts, like a 401k or IRA, and ideally, you have additional investments in a brokerage account. You understand that inflation erodes purchasing power, so your money needs to grow beyond just keeping up. Someone doing well has automated these investments, often taking advantage of employer matches, and they have a clear understanding of their asset allocation. They're building a future where their money works harder than they do. They know that passive growth is the ultimate engine of wealth. Third, your debt is manageable and strategic. This means you have little to no high-interest consumer debt, like credit card balances that roll over month to month. Any debt you do have, such as a mortgage or student loans, carries a low interest rate and serves a purpose, acquiring an appreciating asset or investing in your human capital. Your debt-to-income ratio is healthy, and you aren't burdened by payments that consume a large portion of your income. Someone doing well sees debt as a tool, not a trap. They use it cautiously and strategically, always ensuring that the interest they pay is outweighed by the value or return they gain. They're actively paying down principal and not just servicing interest. The fourth sign you're genuinely doing well financially is that you live below your means and you genuinely enjoy it. This isn't about deprivation. It's about conscious spending, prioritizing value, and finding contentment in what you have rather than constantly chasing what you don't. You track your expenses, you know where your money goes, and you make intentional choices that align with your values, not societal pressures. You're probably driving a perfectly reliable car that's a few years old. You're finding joy in experiences over possessions, and you recognize that true abundance comes from having more than enough, not from spending all that you have. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart and finding freedom in financial simplicity. Fifth, you understand your net worth, and it's consistently growing. Your net worth is the sum of your assets minus your liabilities. It's the clearest snapshot of your true financial standing. Someone doing well regularly calculates their net worth, perhaps quarterly or annually, and sees an upward trend. They're focused on accumulating assets that appreciate, like investments in real estate, and aggressively paying down liabilities. They understand that a high income doesn't automatically mean high net worth if every dollar is spent. They prioritize equity and ownership over consumption and debt. Their financial confidence comes from knowing their true score, not just their monthly income. Sixth, you have multiple income streams or clear paths to increase your income and skills. While a single stable income is a good start, true financial well-being often involves diversification. This could mean a side hustle, rental property income, dividends from investments, or a highly valuable skill set that makes you indispensable in your career. Someone doing well isn't solely reliant on one source of income. They've built resilience by either creating additional revenue streams or continually investing in their professional development, making themselves highly marketable and capable of earning more. They understand that true security comes from adaptability and value creation. They're not just earning, they're building an earning ecosystem. Finally, the seventh sign you're truly doing well financially is that you have clear financial goals and a detailed plan to achieve them. This isn't vague hope. It's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. You know what you're saving for: a down payment, a child's education, early retirement, and you have a written strategy to get there. You regularly review your progress, make adjustments, and stay accountable. This also includes having appropriate insurance coverage, health, life, disability, to protect your plans from unforeseen catastrophes. Someone doing well sees their financial life as a journey with a map, not a series of random events. They're proactive, not reactive, in shaping their financial future. Alex, once lost in the illusion of outward wealth, slowly began to internalize these signs. He sold the car, choosing a reliable, more affordable option. The extra payments went straight into his emergency fund, then into his neglected 401k. He started tracking every dollar, not as a chore, but as an act of liberation. He discovered the quiet satisfaction of a growing net worth, the steady hum of his investments, and the peace that came from having a real plan. He still wore nice clothes, but they were chosen for quality and longevity, not brand. His vacations became more about authentic experiences than impressive destinations. The anxiety that once clung to him like a shadow began to dissipate. He wasn't just doing well financially, he was being well. He realized that financial strength isn't about reaching an arbitrary number, but about creating a life of resilience, purpose, and genuine freedom. It's about knowing you can weather any storm, pursue any dream, and live a life aligned with your deepest values, unburdened by the relentless chase of false prosperity. It's not about how much money you have, but about the unshakable confidence in your ability to manage it, grow it, and use it to build the life you truly desire.